In this video, we're going to have a look at some more examples on how to simplify an expression using the first index law. The first index law is where we have a to the power of m times a to the power of n can be simplified by saying a to the power of m plus n. Now remembering to be able to use the first index law in our expression, we need to have the same bases. If we don't have the same base, we cannot use the first index law. So when we're looking at questions using the first index law that are a little bit more complex than the basic ones, there's 4 steps that I recommend. The first step is to rewrite the expression, adding in any missing multiplication signs, and they will be in between the numbers and the letters. Then we want to rearrange to group the numbers and like bases together. Then we want to multiply any numbers we have together and simplify like bases using the first index law. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So in our first example, we want to multiply 4b to the power of 5 and 6b to the power of 3. So the first step is to rewrite that expression, adding in any multiplication signs. And I know there's going to be a multiplication sign in between the 4 and the b, and one in between the 6 and the b. So when I rewrite it, I'm going to write 4 times b to the power of 5 times by 6 times b to the power of 3. The next step is to rearrange it so my numbers and my like bases are the same. So that is going to equal 4 times 6, because I'm grouping my two numbers together, times b to the power of 5 times b to the power of 3, and grouping my like terms together. Now the next step is going to multiply my numbers together, and my numbers are 4 times 6. So that is going to equal 24 times b to the power of 5 times b to the power of 3. And the last step is to simplify my like bases. So using the first index law, I know it's going to become 24 times b to the power of 5 plus 3, which is going to equal to 24 b to the power of 8. So I can simplify 4b to the power of 5 times 6b to the power of 3 to equal 24b to the power of 8. So in my next example, I want to simplify 6e to the power of 3 times 3f to the power of 4e to the power of 2 times by 2f. And I can do that by following the 4 steps. So the first step is to add in any multiplication signs that are missing and rewrite the expression. So that is going to equal to 6 times e to the power of 3 times by 3 times f to the power of 4 times e to the power of 2 times by 2 and then times by f. So I've added in the multiplication signs that were missing between all of my letters and numbers. Now the next step is to rewrite the expression, this time grouping all my numbers and my like bases together. So I'm going to start off with my 3 numbers. So it's going to equal 6 times 3 times 2. And now I need to look at grouping my like bases together. So in the question, I have 2 bases. I've got E and I've got F's. So first of all, I want to group all my E's together. So e to the power of 3 times e to the power of 2. Then I want to group all my f's together. So f to the power of 4 times f. So now that I've gone ahead and grouped all my numbers and all my like bases together, I can go ahead and start simplifying. And the first step is going to be to multiply my numbers together. Now my numbers are 6 times 3 times 2. So 6 times 3 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. And then I continue on writing my like bases in the same order as the line above. So e to the power of 3 times e to the power of 2 times f to the power of 4 and times f. So the last step is to continue to simplify this time using the first index law to simplify my like bases. So that's going to equal 36. Now with my e to the power of 3 and e to the power of 2, I can use the first index law and add my powers together. So times e to the power of 3 plus 2. And I can do the same thing with my f bases. So times f. I need to remember that when there's no index written, it is assumed that it has an index of 1. So it's going to be f to the power of 4 plus 1. So my final answer is going to equal 36 e to the power of 5, f to the power of 5. So I can simplify 6 e to the power of 3 times 3 f to the power of 4 e to the power of 2 times 2f to equal 36 e to the power of 5 f to the power of 5.